Folks, welcome back, folks! How's everybody doing? 3D Rudy, that I feel like I'm inside your house here filming this crazy thing. Apparently this new camera has been very, you guys have been really enjoying it. It makes me feel like I'm inside your room or something. It's kind of creepy. So today we're going over mostly non-magic. I know we got Mark the Machine coming up. We'll return to that in a few days. I want to discuss this insane, massive, skyrocketing. Also, we have Flesh and Blood products hitting all-time high. Flesh and Blood singles and sealed. Pokemon, and of course, everyone's favorite, thumbs down, MetaZoo Rudy. So those are the three things we're going to talk about today. First, let's get right into the first thing. Pokemon. It's May. Where were we? It's May? No, it's April. It's like April 5th. I was told in April, Rudy, dump all your Sword and Shield boxes to the patron sucker Timmy's, because they're all going to go to zero, and they're going to dump millions of boxes. It's all getting reprinted. Where are these reprints everybody keeps telling me about? So we're heading to the middle of April, and now here's everybody. Well, no, Rudy, they moved it to May. Okay, in February you told me March. March told me April. April now, we're in the middle of April, and now you're telling me in May, all the Pokemon's getting reprinted. Everything from Vivid Voltage to base set to literally 1999 base set Jungle Charizard Rudyard. Like, what? Okay, so that's the first thing. I believe a lot of this is fake news FOMO. I do believe Pokemon should, and is going to, do a small reprint for Lost Origins and Silver Tempest, the last two. I expect them to reprint those last two. And I think they are going to do a small... Now, I'm telling you, distributors are going to get them. And distributors are like, all right, every store gets like one case a week for the next couple of weeks. Like, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be a bunch of nothing. So I'm warning everybody right now. All these people chattering all this internet, chatterbait, Silk Road, MySpace with Tom, all this stuff going on, I'm starting to believe this Pokemon thing is an excuse to kind of help prices stay where they are, because a lot of people really missed out. Seriously, the amount of patron messages and the amount of comments every time we talk about Pokemon, about, yeah, Rudy, I did buy some, but I thought you were just pumping and dumping me, and yeah, then I did buy one, then I flipped it and made 30%, and now I kind of regret it. I think what's happening is a lot of people sold too soon, and a lot of people missed out. Just like the stock market, the bond market, the real estate market, the collectible market, the crypto market, the Rudy market, the stepsister market. I think what happens is people may make a little bit of money, or maybe they capture a little bit of a gain, but I think overall, most people always miss the big moves. And I believe we're seeing that happen in a lot of categories. I mean, we have crypto markets way off their lows. Hey, maybe it all collapses. Who knows? Maybe it goes to zero. We have stock market nowhere near the lows that we had in the stock market from, 6 months ago? The Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ are nowhere near their multi-year lows right now. And, I mean, we had financial crisis, banking stuff. Now we got... It's just constant. And yet things keep pushing forward. And now... the CCG collectible world, Pokemon, continues to push new highs. Now we have Flesh and Blood behind it. We have WTR Alpha, First Edition Arc, and we have Crucible of War First Edition is almost at $1,000 a box again. Everybody told me it's garbage. It was like $300 the low. In like 35 days, Crucible of War Flesh and Blood First Edition is back to $1,000 a box. And the kicker is, even if you wanted 40 boxes, it's not even on the market. And then, okay, how about this? Arcane First Edition Flesh and Blood. Oh, you know, Rudy, they're down to like $1,000 or $800 or $769 and 69 cents. And now all of a sudden, I look on TCG Player and I'm like, they went from like under $1,000 a box. There's like 5 boxes for sale, and they went from under $1,000 to like what, $2,500 to $3,000 a box, a 200% price swing in 45 days. I'm looking at this stuff, and everyone's negative. Oh, Rudy, the big crash. I had lunch with Debbie Downer. Stay in cash, Rudy. I keep telling you all, since December of last year, I believe the market has bottomed. I believe we will see more turmoil, volatility, and all this stuff. But I believe when it comes to these products in the CCG world, Pokemon is not crashing. Flesh and Blood prices are going through... I mean, we are seeing new... Like, I think WTR Alpha Flesh and Blood, is that hitting an all-time high? Is it beating the previous high before the crash? Like, I'm seeing box prices at $5,000 to $10,000 a box. And of course, it's like 3 boxes left. There's nothing left for sale. Every WTR Alpha for like 2, 3, 4 grand is just gone. And I'm looking at this stuff. I mean, Monarch First Edition went from $80 to what, 150, 159? So okay, 160 plus tax. Let's just call it 150 or 160. Like what? It doubled from the like. I'm looking at these things, and I'm like, when I see hard market moves, all I think about is how most people are gonna miss it. Every time I tell you all this for 7 years on YouTube, most people are so no, I'm waiting for it to go lower, Rudy. Everybody wants to time this bottom BS, and they always miss it. Because you shouldn't be timing bottoms or tops. It's about just building positions and capturing as much of a chunk as you can. And now here we are, these huge turning, the sentiment of the market has been shifting so quickly. And now, oh, okay. So everybody said, Rudy, did you see the MetaZoo, the last MetaZoo set, like Seance? Dude, that thing's going to be a $50 box, just like the overprinted Wilderness and UFO. Okay, well, you're right. Seance did drop from 100 to 120 a box and hit a low about 75, 80. And now I go back and look today, and now TCG Player's back to 100 plus tax. The last MetaZoo set is at $100 plus tax. It didn't even, the spell books are MSRP on TCG Player. What, $50 for a spell book? Like, I thought it was going to zero. And now, like, I found, I did find, for those of you interested in MetaZoo, I think there's one seller on eBay that has a couple boxes left at like 88 or 85 if you buy multiple plus tax or maybe plus shipping. So a little under 100. There's one, I think you might find, there's a couple stragglers. But I'm just like, I'm looking at all these items. And everybody, just the negativity of Pokemon. Flesh and Blood was all zero, it's a palm, it's all, and now it's all roared back with a vengeance. You got prices across, look at the original cold foils in the sealed boxes. They are not up 5-10%. Everything across the board is up 50 to 100% to 200 to 300%. I did a video a couple months ago because I was going to use the my rainbow foil, the hearts, the Heart of Findles. I was using my rainbow foil hearts I want to use for a spoiler video, like my little the briefcase video and everything. So I did a deal with I think it was a patron or somebody, maybe it was one of you guys from comment section. Somebody emailed me, and I bought, remember all those rainbow foil hearts. And it was around like $100 a heart because the market was like 125, 130. So it was like, 70 cents in the dollar, 65, whatever it was. And now I checked TCG Player, rainbow hearts are like almost, what are they, $450, $500? We're not talking 5 to 10% swings, ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying, and again, look at the views on this channel. Right when everything turned, even with fancy camera Rudy, once I stopped doing the negative videos. Because now we are in April, January, February, and March, all 3 months. Magic, Pokemon, Weiss, Flesh and Blood, MetaZoo, and these new Kickstarter CCG have all roared back with a vengeance. And I'm sitting here like, I guess it's just the uncool thing to do to report positivity in our news cycle, right? Be angry, be depressed, hate everybody. And I'm like, look at these fucking numbers, man. How is nobody else like excited that we're seeing all these upticks in strength in the markets? This is an incredibly positive, exciting, feel-good thing for distributors, for store companies, or for publishers, for the actual companies who print the cards, design new sets, the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 LGS, well, whatever's left after 2022's crash. Look at the LGSs, the evil investors, the collectors, the players, the 3% beautiful ladies, all of them. Everything is going and trending in the right direction. And now, we're what? A couple weeks from the new March of the Machine Magic. We're what? I'm running my new MetaZoo native thing. Oh, yes, I forgot. I know I'm late in the video, sorry. On the MetaZoo native thing, the booster box, there's 4 different booster boxes. They have different custom art on the booster boxes. I had a lot of people message me, a lot of the pages were wondering, well, Rudy, if I buy your little $3.99 kit of all the SKUs, you get multiple everything, and the promos, and Rudy's, if I buy like the maximum 2 or 4 kits, yes, if you buy more than one, I'll try to go out of my way to make sure that you get all the different artwork. Had a lot of people asking me that. A lot of people were wondering, Rudy, if I bought the kits, can you try to make sure I get all the variety of the different art and the custom packaging? And yes, I will. I'll send out a patron message tonight. I'll try to get this video out on a Tuesday, Wednesday here. And yeah, I do want to make sure. I know a lot of people have been worried about that because they didn't want they look really cool. It's like this desert sand look, and a lot of people wanted to make sure they had the variety. Anyways, that's the point of this video today, folks. I wanted to report to everybody that, the last MetaZoo set is $100 a box through the crash of 2022. Okay? The new MetaZoo set native comes out. I'm running my launch this Friday, and I'll report to all of you on Saturday, Sunday. So even non-patrons and people who hate me and people who hate MetaZoo, I'll let you guys know if it sells out, if I only sell half, or I'll report the data on it. I think on the Seance one, I think that one was like 1,500 kits. Originally, we did 2,500 kits in the boom of everything. And then we cut to 2,000 kits. And then we went to 1,500 kits for Seance. So we've been adjusting the numbers to make it more rare and more, not overprinted trash, right? We want it to be unique and desirable. We didn't want it to be trashed into the dumpster with it going to zero because there's too much out there. The supply and demand have to line up. And now with native, I think we're going to do like 1,200. So we're down over half of the peak. And I know the native print run is the lowest we've seen probably since almost the start of MetaZoo. So again, I know I don't care what the emotions and negativity is. I'm telling you all, the lack of supply and tightness around the control of these new products for MetaZoo, we are not going to see the card shop dead dumping boxes and things. We're not going to see these newer items because the relationships and these people aren't getting 20,000 boxes so that they can crash the market. That's all 2021 stuff. This stuff is over with. That's not happening with Flesh and Blood. It's not happening with Pokemon. It's not happening with MetaZoo. Even Magic, I'm telling you all, I put my leg out there, I stuck my left ball out, and I even told you all Magic collector boxes. The supply has been tightened and reined in. I'm just my opinion. If you think Rudy makes stuff up, make sure you post that online and link to my channel, please, to help me grow. And I think everything is finally on a good path. And I started to notice this shift in November last year. I started discussing this with you all in December of last year. And then January was really successful. February held on. We didn't get a collapse. We haven't seen Amazon dumps. We've seen some Amazon discounts, but not like 50, 80% off dumps. And now we went through March, April. Pokemon's in the new era. Higher prices, different frames on the cards of Pokemon, doing great. This new MetaZoo set is going to be a home run. The lack of supply, the better quality. I mean, look at the prices of them already pre-ordering. It's pretty high. And of course, look at Flesh and Blood. I cannot believe the percentage increase on Flesh and Blood right now. It is the highest growth adjustment repricing I have seen since the boom of 2020 when Flesh and Blood went from a small game to just a viral worldwide thing. That was around the Crucible of War, but right before Monarch. This is the first time in 2 years I have seen this extreme of a move. And I'm telling you all, I'm not saying the economy is going to boom and GDP and growth and stock market. The Dow is going to 100,000. Bitcoin's going to 1 trillion. I don't know the details, but I'm telling you all, everything is trending in a good direction. And once again, most people are going to miss it, just like they did in every other cycle. People are so obsessed and looking in the wrong direction. And here we are. Look at these prices, man. I mean, I can't wait to report some of the more details in the Flesh and Blood stuff. I'm actually pretty excited about this March of the Machine and some of these Multiverse Legends serialized cards. And apparently, the Commander deck series for March of the Machine is the annual one with the different 5 decks. And apparently, people are pretty impressed by this one. And yeah, factor that in with MetaZoo into the new block. And I'm still waiting to see what they're doing. I've been hearing rumors about not only MetaZoo's going to have serialized cards in native, but I've been hearing instead of like golden ticket stuff, there's some other weird thing. And I've heard, I don't want a tinfoil hat, but I've heard like 4 different rumors. And I'm not sure which one's real. I've heard some goofy, weird shit. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Folks, hope you learned something today. Hope the new camera's treating you all well. I know it's on like some crazy resolution. And you can probably see every imperfection of my aging, stressed out face and my hair. Can you see my hair thinning? And anyways, thanks for the views, support, and kindness, everybody. Hope you're learning. And as we journey to the valley of the shadow of cardboard together, it is a very interesting time to be alive. And I still see a lot of amazing positive things in the future. Things look really good here. And I think moving forward, I remain that I haven't budged that I think 2023 is going to be a fantastic year for the CCG world, no matter how negative people are. So have a great day. Giggity. Yeah, we'll throw a giggity at the end.